Hi, I'm just going to do a little riffing here on an idea that came out of a conversation that I had recently with a family member who's trying to figure out how to navigate some challenges in her life. Uh, what I mentioned to her was that we are all on the personal development journey, whether we're consciously aware of it or not, and whether we consciously get involved in that journey or not. That the problem with not being aware that we're on a personal development journey and not making it consciously part of what we do, part of how we live our lives, is that we take whatever life has to throw at us, and then we react to it according to the programming that we have and that has happened organically and automatically over the course of our lifetimes. So if life is working great, then that's certainly not a problem. But for most of us, life doesn't work great unless we consciously get involved in how we want life to go. And so that's where this idea of conscious or unconscious personal development comes from. With unconscious personal development, your life is going as it goes, and then you survive it, endure it, and experience it, but almost from a perspective, maybe completely from a perspective of powerlessness and a total lack of volition. You don't really have much to do with it other than your reaction to what's happening in your life. I can remember at a time when that awareness hit me, this about 20 years ago. I'm living from fear and I'm reacting to my life. I am not proactively living my life at all, and fear is driving all my decisions. That was my experience of my unconscious personal development journey. But practically the moment I became aware that I am on a personal development journey, and it's going to turn out, it's going to turn out however it turns out, but I get to have a say in it. By making the personal development journey conscious, I get to have a say in how my life's going to go. Life is not going to change tomorrow because of the work that I do today, because of whatever plan I create and begin to follow today. It's probably not going to be much different tomorrow than it is today. But if I begin today with a plan of workable actions that I take in order to grab a hold of my personal development journey and make it conscious, then I guarantee that 1 year from now, my life is going to be dramatically different than yesterday when I wasn't doing anything other than just enduring the slings and arrows of life. So I really want to encourage you, if you're watching this video, to take on practices that will help you to begin to develop yourself in a very conscious and intentional way. What do you want your life to look like? What would someone do that has the life that you want to have? They'd be self-aware. They'd be intentional. They'd be engaged in conscious practices. I'm reluctant to use the word control because honestly, we don't have a great deal of it, but we do have the ability to choose. How our choices turn out, we don't have any control over. But to take control of our personal development is one of the most important things that any of us can do. And this is my encouragement for you to do so. Identify what actions you will take. How will you align yourself to go inside and get curious about how you work? What makes you tick? What makes you do the things that you do? Why do you attract yourself to the people that you attract yourself to? Why are the people that are attracted to you? What is it about you that attracts the people that you're attracted to? What patterns in your life continue to repeat? Get curious about all of these things. Some suggestions that I can make is the work of Byron Katie. I found that the work of Byron Katie was one of the things that helped me to begin to manage my personal development in such a way that it made a difference, so that my tomorrows and my next weeks and my next years looked dramatically different than up to the point before I discovered a method for being able to do self-inquiry, get curious about my own thinking. Later on, I also discovered the work of the internal family systems model. It's a therapy model that I adapt in my coaching and use with my clients that helps me and helps my clients go inside and get curious about those parts of ourselves that influence us involuntarily and automatically, until once again we make it a conscious process, where that means that we would get consciously curious about what it is, the elements, the aspects of ourselves, the parts of ourselves that influence us to act and react in certain ways that either work or don't work for us. So once again, I encourage you to get on your path, make a plan, stick to that plan, and if you would like to have a conversation with me about what might be a part of that plan, I'd love to talk to you.